investment banking.
In my job as an executive coach, I don't get paid 1 cent if my clients don't get better. Better is not judged by me, better is not judged by my client, better is judged by everyone around my client. By the way, there's a great way to test if someone believes what they're saying. You can ask a person one question and instantly determine if they believe what they're saying. This question never fails. What is the simple question? Want to bet on it? Want to bet on it? They say, I believe it, but I don't want to bet on it. You know what you learned? They don't believe it. They say, here's the money. They believe it. I bet on this every time. Like you, I get paid for results. And I'm sure as you've learned as an entrepreneur, when you get paid for results, you learn some humility. The client I coached that I spent the most amount of time with did not improve at all, and I did not get paid. The client I coached that I spent the least amount of time with improved more than anyone I ever coached. Hundreds of people got better, and I did get paid. For those of you with a background in mathematics, I made a chart. On one dimension, it was called time spent with Marshall Goldsmith. The other dimension was called improvement. There was a clear negative correlation between spending time with me and getting better. Well, I thought that's a troubling chart. I go talk to my client who improved the most, who I spent the least amount of time with, who was fantastic to start with, who was ranked this year as the #3 greatest leader in the world in Fortune magazine, behind only the Pope and Angela Merkel. His name is Alan Mulally. Alan just retired as the CEO of the Ford Motor Company, a spectacular guy. The stock went from 1 to 17. And he did not take 1 cent of our United States government taxpayer dollars. A little round of applause for this guy. I go talk to my friend Alan. I said, Alan, of all the people I coached, you improved the most, and I spent the least amount of time with you. I showed Alan my chart. I said, Alan, the way this troubling chart looks, had you never met me, you would really be good. I then asked Alan, what should I learn about coaching from you? Now, he taught me 2 lessons, which I'm now going to share with you. If you don't understand anything else today but these 2 lessons, you're going to have a happier life and you'll be a better coach. He said, Marshall, lesson number 1, your biggest challenge as a coach is called customer selection. If you pick the right customer, your coaching process always works. You pick the wrong customer, your coaching process never works. And he said, 2, don't make the coaching process about yourself and your own ego and how smart you are. Make it about the great people you work with, how hard they work, and how proud you are of them. Then he said, as the CEO of Ford, my job isn't that different. He said, I don't design the cars, I don't build the cars, I don't sell the cars. I got to have great people. And he said, when I drive to work every day, I tell myself, leadership's not about me, leadership is about them. For you as an entrepreneur, that's one of your greatest challenges. For the great achiever, it's all about me. And for the great leader, it's all about them. One of the greatest challenges for an entrepreneur is to understand that. That is a very, very difficult transition. Most of us never deeply understand these points. Now, I have a question. Do you think this is a group of high character, ethics, and integrity? Yes or no? What would you guess there? They say, yes. I'm going to test that right now. Yes, I'm going to ask the group a question. A troublesome question. A personal question. Yes, perhaps even an embarrassing question. If the answer is yes, you must raise your hands. How many people in this very room are still stupidly attempting to change the behavior of a husband, wife, partner, or significant other who has absolutely no interest in changing? Come on, get your hands up in the air. Come on, hands in the air. Yes, hands in the air. She couldn't wait to raise her hand. Now, who is this person you're trying to change? Who is this?
My husband.
What's his name? How many years have you been attempting to change this fellow? 31 wasted years. Look up here, go like this. Let it go or let him go. One of the other. 31 wasted years. All right, my second troublesome and embarrassing question. How many of you are still stupidly attempting to change the behavior of mommy or daddy who has no interest in changing? Come on, parental change agents. Yes, oh, well, raise your hand. Is that your daughter? The mother is pointing at her. How many years have you been attempting to change mommy? 30 years. look at mommy. You like this, don't you, mommy? This is good. Let it go. Let it go. I was teaching my class at Dartmouth. A woman raised her hand. I said, are you trying to change mommy or daddy? She said, daddy. I said, well, what is daddy's problem? She said, he does not have a healthy lifestyle. I said, how old is daddy? She said, 94 years old. Leave the old boy alone. You want to smoke a cigar, old man? Smoke two. Smoke pot. Who cares? Now, 2 learnings to help you be a great coach and have a happier life. 1, in terms of coaching adults, this is what I do for a living. Let me help you. If they do not care, do not waste your time. One thing I loved about what Michael Dell said is pay them to leave. They don't care, leave. Hey, if they don't care, don't waste your time. They're not going to get any better. Look at these people. And the second great learning, if you don't care, don't waste your time. If you're going to improve as anything, the motivation for your improvement is going to come from one and only one place, in your heart. Look at these people I coach. I can't make them change what they don't want to change. What am I supposed to do? Shoot them? Beat them up? Kill them? I can't make them change what they don't want to change. I can help them change what they do want to change.